In today's shifting world order, one alliance has captured the world's attention: BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, now joined by new members. Together, they are challenging the global dominance of the US dollar. And this could reshape not only the global economy, but also the Arab world. To understand BRICS, we must first revisit the roots of the global financial system. After World War II, the Bretton Woods Agreement made the US dollar the world's reserve currency. Oil, trade, banking, everything was tied to the dollar. For decades, the Arab world's wealth in oil flowed through the American financial system. But times are changing. BRICS members represent over 40% of the global population and nearly a third of the world's economy. They are saying, enough of dollar dependence. The strategy? De-dollarization, a move that aims to settle trade using their own currencies. Russia, hit by Western sanctions, saw how the dollar could be used as a weapon. China, seeking global leadership, wants to internationalize the yuan. India and Brazil want greater financial independence, and Arab oil exporters are watching closely. Imagine this, for decades, every barrel of oil sold by Saudi Arabia or the UAE was priced in US dollars. This system, called the Petrodollar, tied Arab fortunes to Washington. But if oil begins to be sold in yuan, rubles, or even a BRICS currency, the balance of power shifts. For the Arab world, this is both opportunity and risk. On one hand, breaking dollar dominance means more independence. On the other, it could trigger political consequences with the West. Saudi Arabia has already shown interest in BRICS. The UAE joined in 2024, signaling a pivot towards multipolar trade. Egypt, another Arab nation, also became part of this bloc. This marks a new era of Arab participation beyond the West's shadow. But what does de-dollarization really mean? It means countries bypass the dollar, settling trade directly in their own currencies. China buys Saudi oil, paying in yuan. Russia trades with Egypt in rubles or pounds. Less dollar, more diversity. For Washington, this is a threat. The dollar is not just currency. It is power. It gives America influence over global trade, banking, and sanctions. If BRICS succeeds, that power weakens. For the Arab world, this is a test of loyalty. Stay tied to the dollar and remain within the US orbit, or embrace BRICS and risk Western pressure, even punishment. History tells us nations that defied dollar dominance often faced consequences. Iraq, under Saddam Hussein, sought to sell oil in euros. Libya, under Muammar Gaddafi, proposed a gold-backed African currency. Both paid a heavy price. But today, things are different. BRICS is not a single nation, but a coalition. Together, they are harder to isolate. And Arab nations, standing within BRICS, are harder to target. Still, the risks are real. Western investments, military alliances, and security guarantees bind much of the Arab world to Washington. Can they afford to anger their longtime partner? That is the dilemma. On the other side, the benefits are tempting. More trade with Asia, new infrastructure projects, access to the BRICS New Development Bank as an alternative to the IMF. A chance to diversify wealth. De-dollarization is not just economics, it is politics. It is about sovereignty. It is about resisting the use of money as a weapon. And for the Arab world, it is about charting a new future. China's Belt and Road Initiative already builds deep ties across the Middle East. Ports, railways, energy projects. Now with BRICS, that partnership grows stronger. The Arab world may find itself pulled closer to Beijing than to Washington. For ordinary Arabs, what does this mean? It could mean more trade options, cheaper imports, and stronger currencies. But it could also mean turbulence if the West retaliates with sanctions or market pressure. The global order is shifting. The unipolar world of American dominance is fading. A multipolar order is emerging, and BRICS is at its center. For the Arab world, the question is clear. Will they cling to the old order or embrace the new? Will oil remain under the petrodollar or shift to a BRICS standard? The choice will define generations. In the end, BRICS is more than economics. It is a battle for influence, a struggle for independence, and a chance for the Arab world to shape its destiny. The dollar dominated the 20th century, but the 21st may belong to BRICS.